Yo, what is up, everybody? We're live right now. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Henry?
Yo,
What's up, guys?
What's up? So, hey, if this is your first time tuning in, and I know there's a lot of lives, I know there's a lot of content out there, but you're definitely going to want to tune into this because what we're going to be going over today is how to make creative offers on properties that are listed that you can find on Privy, you can find on the MLS. That is what we're here to do. It's Deal Finding Friday. And the reason why I want to talk about making creative offers is because me and Henry, we just made a creative offer on a deal that he brought me. It was listed, but the seller didn't get what she wanted, so she took it down. But yeah, there are sellers that aren't going to get what they want on the price, and you don't want to just make them an offer and leave it at that if they don't accept. You have different ways that you can create offers. Even you can even do creative offers on the MLS. So if someone would have just brought this creative offer to her, probably could have got done, but maybe no one did. And that's what we're going to go over today. Does that make sense, Nathan and Henry?
Yep.
yeah, man. No, man. I love it because I agree with that with creative offers. I feel like a lot of people, especially if they're newer to like not just creative finance, but specifically with actually making those offers, there's so many. That's why we call them creative. There's so many different things we can do with these offers, right? To where it's like if we don't kind of figure out, hey, how do we know up front what to offer them? It's like, dude, there's limitless
Right.
possibilities. You kind of got to let the seller let you know what you should be offering them. So that's
Yeah,
what
exactly. Exactly. So let me show you guys something really quick. So I love this I love this thing that one of my buddies, Michael McDonald, that I networked with, he gave me this. It's called an offer options. And I actually had something like this as well, but I like the way his is put. So when you look at talking to a seller, there's about 4 different ways you can make offers. You have a cash offer, right? You have what they call the full service program. This is like a retail buyer program where if it's not listed, you can work with them, have them sign a power of attorney or attorney in fact, whatever you want to do, and you can do a novation. And this allows you to list the property for them in their behalf without you owning it. A lot of people are doing this right now. So you have a cash offer, right? That's where we usually start when we're trying to wholesale. You have a retail buyer program, what do you want to call novation? You have an owner carryback program, which is another way to say seller finance terms. And then you have they call this the retail buyer program, where we connect you with our preferred agent who sells all our properties and can let you know how they can help you. So I think their retail buyer program is they connect you with a real estate agent. But yeah, so it's interesting. So you have to understand the options that you have to offer a seller that's off market. Now we're talking on market. We're talking Privy. We're talking talking to agents. If the property is listed, well, you can't really refer to an agent that you know, right? It's already listed, and you really can't do a novation because it's already listed with an agent, right? You wouldn't be able to partner with them on it. So really, you have 2 options when you're talking to making offers on market. You have a cash offer, which if they deny it, you could say, look, I understand that offer might be a little bit too low. Would they be open to terms if I can pay the asking price, or if I can pay a little closer to what they're asking? So those are the 2 you're really looking at. And I really like this form because after you talk to a seller that says no, or maybe says they're thinking about it and you haven't been able to take it all the way, you can send them a letter of intent with the multiple options and then follow up with them. Always leave a seller with something or an agent with something so they remember you. But if you just do a verbal, they'll never remember you. They talk to too many people a day. It's just not going to happen. Is that any questions on that, guys? Like Henry or Nathan? Any thoughts?
Yes. Yes, sir. Is that letter of intent on the mind map also?
You dang right, Henry. We got it locked in there for you. If you need it, I got you. All right.
All right. Thank you.
By the way, if you don't know me and you're watching this, my name is Nathan Payne. I love the Privy software. I love working with Benson. He's an awesome guy. So we come on here every Friday, and I have a company called Investor Thrive, and I also do deals. And if you haven't seen, we're doing a 30-day challenge and showing people how to get deals with little to no money. Mine is I'm leveraging people, so I had to and I'm doing this part time. So I had to get a CRM that was $97 so I could manage all the people in it. But Nathan Valley, you're just straight privy in it, right?
Dude, yeah, I mean like $0. Yeah, the only exception would be 1 month's payment of privy. Yeah, man, dude, we're on, and like you're only doing like 60 minutes a day, right? Like it's like part-time of part-time.
Yeah. And the tough thing about it is as you go live, you're kind of explaining and teaching what you're doing the time. So it's like really your time's cut in half. It's
Yeah, I found myself, yeah, the same thing happens with me where I'm like, dang, I said I was going to make calls all day, and I feel like I have, but it's like I made 3 calls and then explained those 3 calls and everything that happened. But the crazy thing, bro, we've got a deal on the table, and we're actually looking to find a buyer for it.
Let's go, brother.
We've got a soft offer on the table with a 25K spread in 13 days.
Wow.
Dang.
That's amazing.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
That
Zero
is.
money. All from a New York phone number. I live in Connecticut, and I'm calling people in Florida. Come on, guys.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's all about taking the action and making the offers. And for me, bro, you're crushing it. You're doing great. And for me, I was like, dang, part-time in it. I'm not able to make the offers that I know if you make the offers will translate. I got to pivot, right? And so I got Henry. I got some other people making offers to people and talking to them and then sending to me, and I'm closing them. And I closed like I talked about that seller finance deal the other day. But dude, it's just about the numbers. So if you're in this, if you're wanting to learn how to wholesale and get into this, but you're only have like an hour or two to dedicate, you're going to need to leverage. You're going to have to get some people to help you, unless you don't mind getting a deal potentially taking longer, right? You're not able to do as much. So it's going to take you a little bit longer, right?
100%. What is it they always say that it's you either got time, money, or I can't remember what the third one is. It hustle? Hustle's the third one.
Well, I mean, I would say hustle is I would say hustle is time as well. You need time to hustle, right?
Yeah, that's true. But
I would say I say that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I say you either have time or money. You either got money to spend on marketing, right, or building it out, or you have time. And what I do is, like I told you, I believe that you can actually leverage people and provide them the workspace they need, and it doesn't cost you any money because you're just teaching them, you're showing them, and you're actually doing that in your challenge too, right, Nathan? You're you have
man. That's how I yeah, I'm working with a guy. He's doing driving for $1, and like so I'm kind of doing it in a way to where like I'm not even providing the tools. Right. But what I am providing him is I'm giving him, 2 days a week, an hour each day. I'm going really in depth on sales training with him. And for him, it not only just sales training, but it's like I'm giving him the game plan, and he's like brand new to wholesaling, and like, dude, this is exactly what you should be doing. And then, exactly how to talk to him, doing a little bit of role play, working with them. And then talking more about like the in-depth sales process. So for him, it's been like drinking from a fire hose, man. And he's like, dude, I'm loving this.
I love
it. And for him, it's like, dude, he's learning so much so fast. And it's like he gets a piece of the deal of whatever he brings to the table. So it's a win-win for him. Honestly, it was funny when I first told him, I was like, dude, I'm probably offering you like way too much. I was like, to be honest, I was like, you're getting a lot. And he's like, I know.
Dude, and by the way, Tony's coming in saying it's time, money, or knowledge. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it.
I knew there was a third.
It's all about working with networking with each other. Sometimes the brain doesn't come with it, right?
Yeah, clearly Tony brought the knowledge on that one.
Yeah, he did bring the knowledge. And Denise says, how can I work with you? Denise, great question. Just message me, DM me, or DM Nathan, whoever you want to work with. Like, I believe if you want to get more deals out there and just do more, you need to work with people and leverage your skill sets, right? If you're brand new and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have to talk to sellers and network and go find deals. And if you're like an ultimate closer, right? If you know how to just close deals super good and you're good at knowing how to make offers, then just have people bring you deals and say, let's work together. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to work with people. Why not? Right? So what I want to do for everyone that's watching or will watch, I want to show everybody how you can make offers to a seller that's either listed or just maybe not even listed, but how you can make a creative offer. Because I just did it yesterday, got it under contract. I filled out the whole agreement. We won't go over the whole thing, but I want to show you guys the conversation. Then I want to go into making some offers so you guys can see hands-on how to do it in Privy, and let's see if I can get something done. Let's see. And by the way, last thing about the team that I'm building, we got Henry on here who's on the team. We also have Zishan. I'm bringing on Zishan. What's up, Zishan? Can you hear me, brother? Zishan, can you hear me? Oh, for some reason he can't hear me, but Zishan is from Pakistan, and I put out a ad or like a post saying, "Hey, come join my real estate team, and I'll pay you a commission if you bring me deals and I close it." So that's kind of how you do it. Like, I'm not paying Zishan, I'm not paying Henry to bring me leads. I'm just saying, hey, bring me stuff and I'll close it. And I think that's a great way to leverage, other people. And it's not like I'm taking advantage of Zishan or Henry. I'm going to pay them, and they can make a lot of money, right? This deal that I got yesterday, it has the potential to be anywhere from like a $20,000 to $60,000 deal. It depends if we keep it or not, or if we just wholesale it. But let me show you how I did it. But before I get into the call and showing you guys how it sounded and how I made the offer, does anyone have any questions? Like Zishan, Nathan, anybody from
real quick, you had mentioned for that, aren't you providing like some of the tools and lists and stuff, like the leads and skip tracing for them?
Yeah, so I have at the moment I got a CRM that was $97 a month, and I'm going in and I'm saying, hey, I will provide you like a phone and a dialer, and I'm teaching them how to go get deals on the MLS or on Facebook for free, right? So on Privy or Facebook or anything like that. I have leads, but I haven't started doing that yet because I'm like, well, hey, these guys are actually going out anyway, and they're finding leads like a freeway. So, but you can provide leads. You can for people. At the moment.
That's awesome, man. I think it's like so interesting how like even you and I, we're kind of learning how to leverage and work with other people, and we're both providing a lot of value, but in different ways, right? For me, it's hey, I can kind of teach you some stuff, but you've got to pay for your own tools and your own marketing. Whereas you're like, look, not only will I teach you, but I'll even provide you with the tools. So I know, dude, if I had like no money and I was broke, it's like, hey, I don't have the money for a dialer. I don't have the money for, Privy or this or that. There's opportunities where you can work with people to where they'll provide it for you.
Yeah.
That's an awesome way to learn. You get to use the tools, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm so big on working with teams, man.
All it took, Nate, was I just went to this CRM that I found that's super inexpensive. It's $97 a month. And then it's like $1.60 per phone per person. And then obviously you got to pay per the talk time and stuff, but it's not that expensive. Let's see if I can even see the billing. Let's see. Yeah. So right here, as you can see, $97 a month. And then it's $17.39 so far for the minutes. Like that's cheap for me. If you really think about the damage you can do, right? With that much. And for me, I also was like, dude, with all the leads that are going to be coming in, I have to be able to manage this in the software. So if you're doing this and you're getting more than sufficient leads, like doing it on a spreadsheet is too difficult for me. I had to get a CRM, but the value is I bring people in the CRM, unlimited users, and they give me deals. It's pretty cool, Nate. Let me actually show you for people that want to learn how CRMs work and how I'm setting this up. So if I go to opportunities, so Zishan, if you got this lady, Miss Shields, I don't want to talk to anyone that isn't an appointment or a live transfer because I don't have time to follow up with people. But if Zishan calls Miss Shields right now and she's ready to talk to me, he can send it to me on our Discord channel, and he can say, hey, Nate, I have a live transfer for you. And he would just say, hey, are you free? And he would take the link and send it to me. And the rule that I'm doing, I'm saying, hey, if I'm not available within a minute, just tell the seller that you're talking to that I'm busy and set an appointment for them. And Zishan and Henry, you can do it just right here on the CRM. You just go to appointments, you click here, and you pick the time that the seller can do it that I have available. So these are all the times that are available today, and you pick my name. Let's see, sorry. You go to the calendar, which would be offer meet. Where is it?
I think it up there.
There it is, 15-minute offer appointment, because I just want 15 minutes to talk to him. You pick my name, and then it says all the times that I'm available. You pick one, and then you book the appointment, and it goes right onto my calendar. So this might be a little too in depth, but really, like, if you don't have the time to go and talk to tons of sellers, you can work with people like Zeeshan, with Henry, people that want to learn, and you can just say, hey, look, live transfer, or set me an appointment. I'll call, I'll get it under contract. And that's exactly what we did yesterday with Henry. And we got this deal under contract. So pretty excited about it. Nate, do you kind of see how the workflow, how it worked?
Yeah, no, it's nice, man. I like that.
Okay. So let's go right into that conversation I had yesterday. And I want your feedback, Nate. I want everybody's feedback, because I was a little skeptical of how easy it was, but it just comes down to making offers. And I even looked online. I was like, okay, is this really the owner of the property? Is this legit? So let me. You were right there with me too, Henry. We were like, wow, this is is this legit?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's hear it.
Okay, and real quick, I want to see if there's any questions before we go, because I got some people talking. So Tony says, in my experience, if properties have been on the market for more than 90 days, they're more likely to accept an owner finance. Yes, that's true. This person says, I want to work with you guys. Like I said, we'd love to work with you too. How can I reach out to either one of you? You hit us up on our Facebooks, right, Nate? You just type in
mine's Nathan Henry.
Nathan Henry. Okay, Nathan Henry or Nathan Payne. Reach out to us. Yeah, we'd love to chat with you. We're all about collaboration. But the thing is, there's going to come a point where we won't be able to take all those leads if we start, Zeeshan starts lighting me up, and then that's when you build a team out, right? You're like, okay, I got to hire some closers, right? And that's how it's set up. But let's go over here. I want to share this call with you guys and see what you think. If you want to hear the whole call that I did yesterday, I explained the whole process in my Facebook group, Painless Wholesaling group, of how to exactly go and make an offer. I filled out the paperwork. I called her. I got her to sign on the phone. So if you want to see the whole thing, it's right there. But first of all, I want to see if you guys can hear this. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm just looking at it right now. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Can you hear that?
We can hear.
Okay. Yeah. There's a house right next to yours that's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Okay. So let me explain the situation real quick. Henry brought me a lead. He said, hey, I found this on Facebook. It was listed, right? And the reason, again, I'm going over this is because we're going to show you guys how to make creative offers to properties that are listed on the MLS and finding them on Privy. So anyway, this lady had listed it, didn't get the offer she wanted, and then took her property off of the market. And then Henry found it. We called her, made a creative offer, and it worked. So the point of all this is, hey, just because they deny your cash offer does not mean you can't make a creative offer to someone on the MLS. If someone would have made a creative offer, it probably would have worked. But listen to this. Probably are aware of that one. It's just like right on the corner for $295. Mm-hmm. So that one's for $295, but it doesn't really look that nice inside. It doesn't look that updated. So I'm just running some comps as I talk to her live. We did. And theirs has been on the market for 6 months.
I just got remortgaged at the end of 2021, new AC. So hopefully long-term investing.
Okay. So if we were to work out something on terms, you said a maximum of 2 years, like I think I.
So let's say the next contract check out.
Gotcha. Sorry.
One booking. So after I want to list it, and then if it's not having any offer, I keep renting it to nurse or construction workers again. So it's another 6 months not being listed.
That makes sense. When you listed it and you took it off, what did you list it for?
I think the last July I listed for 330.
Okay. You listed.
This house is for 300, but if it's not working, it's not going to be listed until the next contract checked out.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm just looking at it right now. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath. There's a house right next to yours that's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. You probably are aware of that one. It's just like right.
So hopefully that adds a little bit of value on it.
Oh, for your property, you're saying?
Yes, that property I got remodeled right after I bought it. Then I put the new AC on, so the whole system was replaced.
Yeah. I'll be real with you. I'm an investor, so the only way I could make an offer like this work is if I were to buy it on terms and make you payments. I could pay more, but I would have to make you pay it in payments instead of all up front.
So let's say if it's on term, it still have to go through escrow because I'm not going to handle transaction all by myself.
100%. You know, we always go through escrow. We don't ever deal with things ourselves because we want to make sure the seller, and we want to make sure we're taken care of too. So would you be open to, if we could work out a deal where we purchase on terms, would you be open to something like that?
I will be open for maximum 2 years.
Okay.
If anything beyond 2 years, it's out of my range. I just rather keep it for long-term investing.
Okay. So if we were to work out something on terms, you said a maximum of 2 years, like before we did a balloon payment. Is that what you're saying? Like before I paid it off?
Mm-hmm.
What purchase price would work for you if we were to buy it on terms?
Still, at least $300,000.
So,
Anything below that, I'm considered.
so $300,000 purchase price, and a 2-year balloon. Let's see. I'm just running some math real quick. And by the way, I was just putting this in the calculator. It's an amortization calculator where you can determine what your payment would be on a property. And the only thing you need to do is say, if my payment to the seller is this, can I rent it out or can I sell it on a wrap to someone else for more, right? And you want to at least have at least $300 of cash flow higher than your payment to that person, okay? Could we do, let's see, no interest payments?
I need to see your offer first, and I run my math all by myself to see if that's worth it.
Okay. Usually what we do is
And-
we try to get into these
Okay.
deals if we buy them on terms with no money down. Would you be open? Would that be okay if we paid you $300,000 if we came in with no money down?
Does that mean you don't pay monthly payment as well?
No, I would make monthly payments. I just wouldn't bring any money. I wouldn't bring any money down up front. I would just start making monthly payments to you.
So if about monthly payment is that 300,000 divided by 24?
24? Oh, no, it wouldn't be that. So we would have it amortized over 30 years, just like a normal mortgage.
Normal mortgage.
Like a 30-year. Yeah. So it'd be amortized. It would be amortized over 30 years, like a normal like mortgage loan. And we would be making the monthly payments. It would probably be, let's see. We could probably make payments of like $1,400 a month on the property, pay $300,000, and then in 2 years we would pay off the remaining balance that we would owe, which would probably be around like 285 or something like that.
So let me be honest with you. If I rather just live on Airbnb for $3,000 a month and wait for 2 years to sell it, and I don't know what price I'm gonna list in 2 years, but it might be down.
Okay, so right there, she's saying, look, I'd rather just keep it and just keep making $3,000 a month, right? On Airbnb. Because that's what she says she's making, right? So does that make sense, Nate? I'm talking to you directly just to
Yeah.
okay. So she's like,
Thanks for clarifying that, because I wasn't sure what she was saying there.
yeah, so she's like, hey, I'd rather just keep it. Currently she has Airbnb tenants and nurses that live there long term, like that do like long term rents that pay $3,000 a month. So I'm saying, hey, I can take care of this thing for $4,000. I'll just cover basically your mortgage payment, which is, she tells me it's $1,300. I'll say I'll give you $14,000 and you won't have to worry about this thing, and I'll pay you $300 in the long run. It's just not going to be up front. So this is her response is, I'd rather just keep it, right? So look what I say. Yeah, the benefit of working with us, if we were to purchase it on terms, is you wouldn't have to worry about having it as a rental. You wouldn't, you wouldn't have the stress. If it is stressful at all, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You would just be getting mailbox money, and we would take care of everything for you.
So if that money will go to escrow and I sold this bird to me, and every trunk will be kept by escrow.
Everything goes through escrow because we have to get an escrow company involved because we don't just send you the money directly. It has to go through an escrow company.
Mm-hmm. So I have quick question.
And I might have been saying it wrong. I'm not like the ultimate guru of seller finance. That's what I'm trying to tell everyone here is like, look, you don't have to be perfect or know all the lingo. I've done several seller finance deals. I still don't really know all the legal jargon and stuff. But what I do know is if you are with the right people, you have the right title company, you have the right servicing company, like whoever you work with, they're going to catch any issues that you might have made. So again, I'm not too worried about it because I'm not just doing this directly with her and just crossing my fingers. Like this has to go through quite a few people before we go through. So anyway, I just want to let everybody know. If you're watching this and you're like, dude, I'm an expert at seller finance and this dude's an idiot. Well, this idiot can get deals, right?
So let's say I still have the mortgage payment every month, right?
Sorry, say that one more time.
So basically, because you don't purchase it right away, I still the one who makes the mortgage payment every month, right?
Yeah. Well, if we did it through an escrow company, they would be making all the payments. I would pay, and they'd pay for the mortgage. They'd take care of everything. You wouldn't have to do anything because we would do it through a professional company. So she's saying, like, does she pay the mortgage? Like, do I give her the money and then she pays the mortgage? No, you want to get a servicing company involved where you give them the money, they pay the mortgage in their behalf, they have all the records, and then they give her the difference. If you give a seller directly the money, they could potentially just never pay the mortgage and foreclose on you. Or just never pay and just pocket the money. And then the house, that happens a lot if people are shady. Like they'll be like, hey, here's the money for the rent, or here's the money for the mortgage. And then they never pay it. And they just are pocketing the dough. Right. Which it doesn't really make sense because they could potentially lose the house, but some people do that for some reason. Okay. That would take care of the payments.
Okay. It sounds better.
Yeah.
Yes, you can and send it to my email.
Yeah.
I probably will
send it to your email, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to text you. And if you could just text me back your email. So I want to give you my contact info so you have everything. But just to verify the offer that I'm giving you that I'll be more details on, we're talking about a 2-year balloon where we pay off the rest of what we owe in 24 months. Our purchase price is around $300,000, and our monthly payments would be to you would be like around, it'd be around $1,432. Just at the top of my head, that's probably where we'd be. And you wouldn't have to worry about any maintenance. You wouldn't have to worry about any cleaning or anything because we're buying the house, so we own it. You wouldn't have to worry about any of that.
Okay.
But let me ask you a quick question. What do you owe? Do you have a mortgage on the property at the moment?
Yes.
What?
All of my property have.
Okay. What's your mortgage? I'm just curious. What's your mortgage payment on it?
So, property tax is 100, and then insurance is about 200. So I would say mortgage interest and principal is about 1,300.
Okay. So basically what you would be doing if we purchased this way, you'd be cash flowing a couple, like 100 or a couple hundred a month without having to worry about the property anymore. Let me ask you, I think this is something that potentially will work for us after I run the numbers a little bit more, and you're going to run your numbers. But I'm just curious, what would make you interested in accepting an offer like this if you are you can just Airbnb it? What is there something like if we were able to do this, would this help you out, like take away some stress or make things easier for you? I just want to know how this would help you.
Well, I have 6 houses total, so I just try to de-risk it just in case the housing market crash, then I don't have 6 houses listed at the same time.
Okay. So you have multiple properties. So you're thinking that if you can sell this one off and we can take care of the payments and take care of the house, it would help you from, worrying about all the homes that you have.
Yep. And this one is the cheapest one. I'll let it go first. I'll have.
All right, so that's basically what happened. Like we found the pain. The pain is she has 6 properties and they're all listed. She doesn't want to worry about them, and this is the cheapest one she has. Someone asked, "Is she asking for additional interest?" I didn't even bring up the interest rate that we were talking about. I just told her the payment we were going to make, and the payment that I'm making off of a $300,000 purchase price. It's a 4% interest rate, right? Because it's the monthly payment on a 30-year amortized loan would be 1432. So she's getting to make a little bit of money. She gets her asking price and she doesn't have to worry. And I'm bringing $0 down. Who would like to have a rental that can potentially cash flow for anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000, and it takes you zero money to get it? I'm doing those all day. Okay. And she has another one in Jacksonville, Uncle Ben. Anyone else working in Jacksonville, Florida? She has another one in Jacksonville that she sent me that she wants me to make a terms offer on. So Henry, great job looking for this deal. It was on the MLS. So this is where you can find deals like this on the MLS. Now, how do you do it if an agent is involved? Well, we're going to get to that, but give me 1 second. So just so you know, everybody, what I just played for you was that quick conversation that I had with her. The next thing I did was I filled out the paperwork and I sent it to her, and I called her and I had her fill it out on the phone because I wanted to make sure she was willing to sign it. If you send paperwork through an agent, it's a little different. You're going to call them and make sure they sign. But if you call them, if it's an off-market property and you make an offer and you just send it and you hope they sign, don't do that. Stop doing that. Call them and see if if there's any issues or any problems, or if they're willing to sign right then. So let me try and find this really quick. Let's see. It's probably gonna lag. Let's see. Yeah, so I would need to do an inspection. I didn't put like a due diligence, or let's say if you could sell the house for. Is it Noel NGOC win? Is that it? Oh, dang, it didn't record what she was saying. Anyway, I called her and I got her to sign it right then. So all I'm trying to tell you guys is you need to call sellers and get them to sign right then, because if you don't, maybe somebody might call and beat your offer by a little bit and they'll sign with there's not really too much loyalty. If they can get a better deal, they usually will. So Nathan, Zishan, Henry, any questions on how like creative and how you can pay a little bit more, especially if you don't have to bring in any money down?
Yeah, man, that bro, it was good. I loved it. I love it. I'm a big kind of supporter of how you entered the conversation, right? To where it was as simple as if we could do this price, can we make payments? Right? Or you're like, I can't do that price cash, but I could if I can make if we can do it in payments.
Right.
Right. And then right there, she can tell you yes or no. You're not getting in this huge, well, what if I gave you this price and amortize out an interest, blah, 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 just for her to be like, no, I don't want to do any kind of payment thing. Like, no, I just want it all up front. Right. And it's, I love that you did that. The other big thing, when you went into the pain, pro move right there. You're getting like all kind of in the nitty gritty on the numbers, and you're like, hey, let's bring it back. Let's touch on the emotion and get back into the pain side. Right. So she's really committed to it, and you get to uncover like, what's the real reason for her selling. Right. It's not about the price. Dude, she's afraid of like just the market crashing and like her losing everything. It's not so much about her trying to get like every possible penny, right? It's not even really about her getting the highest price possible. It's like she just doesn't want to lose. Like she's looking for security. And like, dude, that was like the nail in the coffin. As soon as like you asked that question, she opened up, done deal. And then thirdly,
Exactly.
when I talk creative finance, I'm kind of similar to you in the way where I don't bring up interest at all personally, unless I let them bring it up first.
Just talk
Right?
about payment.
About price, timeline, okay, like over this amount of years, you know, and then I'll be like, okay, so the payments would be like this per month, and I get them to agree to that, and then it's just assumed that it's 0% interest until they say otherwise, right? And then I'm like, well, what kind of interest would that be? Then I'm like, oh, well, that's built into the price. You know, if I were paying an interest rate, I'd probably only be able to pay like, you know, like 285, 290. So instead of doing that, I actually prefer to just give it to you upfront into the purchase price, you know, where we do 0% interest, and then you have a guaranteed price of 300,000. So if I sell this thing in 3 months from now, you know, you wouldn't lose out on that interest you were planning on making. It's already built into the price. So you're guaranteed that 300,000 no matter what. And then like, okay, that makes sense.
That's good. Yeah, man. I really should have. I didn't put 0% interest on the payment. I did 4%. But that's
I mean, dude, like,
good idea.
But like, I think that the number one thing and you mentioned at the beginning of the call that I hope people take from this is like, it's still a deal and you still locked it up. Like, guys, you don't have to be perfect.
You don't.
And like, and there's more than one way to go about it. You know, it's no, so that's awesome, bro. That's a sweet deal. Where's that deal?
So Fort Myers.
Homie, I don't know geography like that.
Yeah, it's in Florida.
Bro, I know like a little bit of upstate New York.
Yeah.
Connecticut, and that's it.
But the reason I bring all this up to you guys, it's not to flex and be like, I'm great. You guys can see my call. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm asking, would this work for you? What do you feel comfortable with? I need you to get on this. I need you to look at the contract with me. Or do you feel comfortable signing it? Everything that I do in sales is like making sure they're okay to move to the next step. I'm not saying, hey, this is my offer. If you don't accept it, I'm out of here. Right? Because there's no high pressure sales tactics that I like to use. It's mainly where you gotta freaking work with the seller and see what is a win-win situation. Yeah. So there was the hurricane actually hit Fort Myers. So that's why I'm going to go do my due diligence and just make sure this house isn't blown down. But
dude, how crazy would it be? Wait. So that's so funny. So this deal came from like your Atlanta market challenge. So my challenge I'm doing in Orlando, Florida, but I actually just this morning I spoke to a guy where he's only looking for creative deals, and he's definitely he's legit on the creative side.
Bring me your buyer.
That'd be crazy if we actually do a deal together.
Yeah, so check this out. So a lot of people are asking, I thought this was wholesaling. I don't know creative financing. I'm privy. So you can wholesale that's why, again, it takes a little bit of time to like wrap all this up because we're talking a lot, but you can wholesale this deal. So here's what we can do. If we want to wholesale this deal, I have it right now at 300,000, correct? Everybody, 300,000 is the price I have with 0 down. If I want to make $20,000 wholesale fee and just wholesale it to someone and they take over the terms, then I would wholesale it to someone for the purchase price of 320 with 20 down. So he has to bring $20,000 down to to me. So then I get 20 down up front. He assumes everything that I cover, agreed with her. So that's how you work out wholesaling a creative deal. You just add your fee as a down payment and increase the purchase price of between what you have it and what you're giving to them by the down payment. And you can actually stay in the middle of the deal and say, like right now I'm at 4% with her. I can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to wholesale this to you at 320 at 7%. I pay 4%. You can stay in the middle. You can make your 20 and for the 2 years, you can make that 3% interest and stay in the middle if you want. So Uncle Ben, ask Uncle Ben, that's how you wholesale a creative deal is you just either you stay in the middle or you make your fee as a down payment. Okay. And Denise, the ARV is about 300,000. Okay. So everyone here is probably like, yo, what are you doing? How are you able to do this on a deal where the ARV is 300,000 and you're getting for 300,000? Again, I'm going into that deal with no money down, $0. It's cash flows anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a month. And I'll make that cash flow for 2 years. And then right, I'm crossing the fingers. Hopefully it's gone up and it's appreciated above that. And if not, that's what it's worth right now, right? And at that point, if I can't sell it, then I would refinance out of it. I'd get a traditional mortgage on it and refinance and just keep it until I can sell it. So that's how you work with those. So Denise says, why would you pay more than ARV? When it comes to creative, you're not really too worried about the purchase price. You're worried about the cash flow. That's why people get into creative, because they're obviously, if you can get it less than what it's worth, great. But again, it doesn't matter to me. I know 2 years is kind of short. I wish I had 5 or 10. But if you can buy someone's house for what it's worth right now, the ARV, and bring no money down, and you can cash flow on it, and then sell it within 1 to 10 years, then you have all that time for it to appreciate. And so that's why, Denise, that's why you can buy properties on terms for more than they're worth or at ARV if it cash flows. Okay. Cool. We got Jay Quevedo, H-Town. Let's go. H-Town. Henry, this is one of your people in H-Town. Hey, you should hit up Henry because he's in Houston too.
Yep.
All right. So let's make some creative offers. That's why everyone came in here. Let me call some agents and let me see if I can put my money where my mouth is. Let me call a random agent and make a lowball offer. And if they deny it, I'll say, would they be open to terms? I can pay your commission through my down payment. Let's give it a shot.
I even had an agent in my challenge. It was yesterday, 2 days ago. He asked me if I would be open to doing a creative offer on his listing. And so yeah, guys, it's doable.
Henry, don't you also didn't you make a low offer to someone and they came back and asked you to do terms?
Yes. So I sent that agent my term, and then she respond back to me that they didn't accept my term, and then I say, okay, let him keep that property.
Keep it. You don't want my offer, you can keep it. And then she asked you to do terms, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's dope, bro. Okay, let me see. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up. Does anyone have any questions or any questions coming through that we can ask? Any questions coming through, Nate, that you can see that we should respond to? Or Zishan or Henry, do you guys have anything before I go in here and make some offers?
Yes, so you're about to call an agent, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna filter using Privy, and I'm gonna make some calls.
All right. So yesterday I select some good property that listed on MLS, and then I'm about to call today to make a creative offer. So can you call one of my properties to for me to see how you negotiate with the agent?
So Henry, I told you you're part of the group. If you bring me someone on the phone, whether you do give me a live transfer, an appointment, I'll talk to whoever. But I don't like to just call. I don't have the time to just call and try and get a hold of people, because that takes half of my time, right? Trying to get a hold, like what we're about to do right now, it takes time. But if you can get someone on the phone, and you're like, hey, this is someone I work with. Can I set up an appointment for you to talk to them, or can I just get them on the phone? I'll do those all day if I'm free. All right.
All right.
So let's see. All right. Okay. Looks like, is there a rental company? Let's see. Is there through a rental company or Airbnb? I'm not sure what you mean, Uncle. Uncle Ben. But let's go right here. So what I did is I went to Privy and I went to fix and flip and I went and find, and I'm looking in this area because this is where the hedge funds are purchasing. And I'm looking for properties that I can make offers on that qualify for the criteria of 70. I think it's 75%. I'm looking for some flips. So let's take a look at some of these. And sometimes it will bring in properties that look nice, but they're just priced low. But I'm looking for properties that need work that I can call and potentially negotiate something, right? This one looks like it needs some work. So let's give it a call. Okay. All right. So Lisa, I gotta search for her number. I don't like calling office numbers because I'm not trying to talk to like a receptionist. I want to call someone directly. So let's call Lisa. All right, let's get it, Lisa. Hopefully this is her cell phone, 770-846-3921. And let me go back to Privy. Let me just check out the comps really quick, just so I get a decent idea. All right, so 225, 300,000, 300,000. Let's see, sold. So 300,000 is I'd like to look at these two. Ooh, that's a nice one, brother. They did a great job on that. That's slick. And it says that they sold it 11/18/22 for 300K. Shoot. And this one I have right now is at 225. I know Benson, he does a certain technique on how to know what to offer like quickly through this. I'm not like a master of that yet. I like to go in here to my wholesale calculator and to determine what I need to offer. So let me show you how I do it really quick. So if the ARV is 300,000 for the property, and I go over here and I see that the house that I have is about 2,000 square feet. You look at the pictures, you'd say that it needs a medium rehab because a heavy rehab is down to the studs, but this thing is pretty much going to need a heavy rehab, medium rehab. The bathrooms suck. The floors need to be done. The kitchen sucks. So all you do is I go into this calculator and I put the price that they want. 225 is what they're asking. 225, and 6%. It's probably takes 6 months to flip it. This is the hard money costs. We're going to go 1,900 square feet, and I'm going medium rehab, and I want to make at least a $15,000 wholesale fee. So this is kind of how you determine if it's a deal that you can buy off of a flipper, if a flipper will buy it from you. This is -8% return on their investment. They would lose $23,000 if they bought it at 225, put 45 and sold it for 300,000. It's not a good deal. All right. That's probably why it hasn't sold yet, because it's just not a good deal. According to the numbers. So what do I have to do? My goal is to get it anywhere between 10 to 20% net profit for the flipper, because if the flipper can make 10 to 20% on their return on their investment, then they're going to do it for sure. So we're going to go over here. I know I'm going to probably have to be around like 150. Okay. So that gives me a 19% return, right? So I probably can go up a little bit more. I'll try to get it up to 15%. Okay, there you go. 160 is what this would make sense for. So we got Jay Quavo just saying 300K times 75%, 215K offer. That doesn't work, Jay, because what you're doing is you're assuming that people are buying at 75% when you don't really know in that area. Not only that, but you also have to minus your repairs and your wholesale fee from that 215 if you're doing it that way. So when you just do 75%, you're too high. It's not a deal for anyone. Because look, if you look at this, if you purchase it for 215, but they still have to pay their hard money costs. They still have to pay your wholesale fee, and they still have to pay the rehab. They at 215, the flipper would be at a negative 4% of the net profit. They'd lose $13,000. So that doesn't work. So 160, 15%. And by the way, this is not something you need to do before the call, because I might call her and she might not answer and I'm going to forget I did all this. So I'm just teaching you all how to do this, but not necessary. But if, as you can see, this is a good deal. If we can get it at 160 for the flipper, we make money. Now she's probably going to deny it, I already assume. So what am I going to come back with? I'm going to come back, say, would they be open with terms? Okay. And then I can run the numbers. Okay. And I would have to find out what that property rents for, what my payment would be, to see what I could make work. But let's give it a call. Let's see if she answers. And we always call 2 to 3 times because agents love to not answer their phone. Oh, I thought that was it. That's Henry making some noise back there. That might be Nathan.
Have reached Lisa Navarro.
That sounds like her direct number. I really want to get her on the phone because I just ran the numbers. So come on, Lisa. So look, if Lisa doesn't answer, we're going to text her and we're going to leave a voicemail. And if you have a CRM, you could put her in a drip, right? That's why having a CRM is so important, because if you just call and you put in a spreadsheet, it's so hard to follow up.
Navarro. Please
Okay,
leave a
let me call.
message and I will return your call at my earliest convenience. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Lisa, how are you? My name is Nathan. I'm calling about your property that you have listed on 2726 Windrock. I'd like to make you an offer on it. It looks like a great property that in an area that I'd like to buy in. So if you could give me a call back, I'd appreciate it. I'll also send you a text and love to chat with you. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So what do? If you have a CRM, you want to put their information immediately into a CRM as an agent. So you can follow up. So I would put her in here as a new contact, just to show you how the workflow goes. You go here, add contact, you put her information, and you can put her in a drip that could follow up with her immediately. Okay. If you haven't triple called her, you haven't called. Jay Quavo says, if you haven't triple called her, you haven't called once. All right, Jay, call me out. Let's freaking do it, bro. I'm just trying to save people's time, but I'll quadruple call her, bro. I'll one up you. Yo, people are demanding. Oh, hold on. Hello?
Hello, this is Lisa.
Lisa, how are you?
I'm in the middle of something. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes people don't answer my phone because it's they don't recognize it. So I call 3 times.
Okay, what's going on?
If you're busy, I was just calling about your property on Windrock Court. I wanted to chat with you about it and make an offer.
Okay, I got like 2 minutes. Basically, my client purchased it as an investment. Well, I sold it to him like years ago as an investment property. He's rented every room individually. And he just doesn't have time for that anymore. They're just a normal family. They just have 4 young kids. They just don't want to deal with the rental.
Yeah.
So they're selling it.
That makes sense.
That's where we're at.
Would I be buying it rented, or would it be vacant?
No, so there's 2 or 3 tenants left, and they're on a month-to-month. So we just need a 30-day close. They know, obviously, that it's for sale. So
Got it.
they just need a 30-day notice.
Well, I'm sure you get calls from investors all the time, so I'll make it super quick, especially since I know you're busy. Are they open to like all cash, like a lower offer, or have they denied like a ton of those?
They're flexible in price. I mean, it's priced very well. If you look at the comps in the neighborhood, he's recognizing that it needs some cosmetic work.
Of course.
But it's I mean, for the size of the home, it's priced very well. I mean, but he is a little flexible. But I mean, if you're going to come at me with 170, 180, or 190, I mean, whatever, it's not going to work.
For sure. And if I'm unrepresented, because I don't have an agent, would that kind of help us get this done potentially if there wasn't like the 3% commission, or maybe you could take it. I don't care if you represent me.
Yeah, I don't represent both sides, but
so that would save them money.
Yeah, you would just be represented as a customer, not as a client.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, just I guess put an offer together and just let me know. I'm getting a lot of calls on this.
Of course.
So,
yeah.
And I'm getting the same exact situation that you just presented.
Same spiel, right? That they want to make.
Most investors, I know they do work with an agent. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Well, I'll let you go, but last thing I want to run by you, because you said don't be offering like 170, 180. I ran the numbers. I think the ARV, like what I could resell this for if I flipped it, is like 300,000. So I'd actually be in that range. So you're saying if a cash offer, they're not open to that.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, well, hold on. I wanted to ask you this. Would he be open if I purchased it at the price that he has it listed for? Would he be open to doing like terms where I, make payments if I'm able to?
No, he just wants to sell it out right now.
Okay. So he's not open to taking payments if we can pay a little bit more?
No, he's not.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye. I appreciate you.
Bye.
What's that phone? I'm like, you ain't going nowhere, girl. I'm gonna report you if you don't listen to me. I'm gonna report you to the realtor board if you try to get off the phone with me. Okay, so so everybody's calling her around like 170, 180, 160 because that's what a cash offer is, right? That's what it needs to be according to the numbers. Now, if she said he's not open to terms. What can I do right now to convince her? There's absolutely nothing I can do, right? I can make the offer and hopefully she presents it, but she told me, hey, he just wants to sell it. So I can make an offer. Let's go back to the numbers and let's just double check everything. Because again, go to the spreadsheet. Where is it? Okay. Let's just say hypothetically it's worth 320. Let's just say, okay, maybe I'm a little off. Maybe it's worth more. I still feel pretty strongly that 45,000 is what this house is going to need because it's not good. It needs a kitchen. The floors are bad. The floors aren't nice in here. The bathroom is that's weird. Like people aren't going to like that. That paneling.
She was saying that she just it just needs a cosmetic rehab, etc. But this thing might need medium kind of rehab, I think.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because let me explain everything like how to run your repairs. Carpet paint is a light rehab if it's just carpet paint. If it goes anything where you got to mess with the kitchen and the bathrooms, that's when it goes medium, because that's when it starts getting a little bit more expensive. And this house, as you can see, needs kitchen and bathroom, so it's automatically a
medium category.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I go here to the calculator, and so we know it's medium, and we know it's about 24. It's about, let's actually get exact on the square footage, 1950. All right, so maybe I could come up if the ARV was 320, maybe I could come up to 180. Let's see. So that's a 13% return after my wholesale fee. Let's say, okay, look, man, I'm trying to make 5K. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm just trying to make something. Yeah, if you adjust your wholesale fee, then yes, it's a better deal for the flipper. But we're not here trying to make 5K. We're trying to make more money. So I guess what it really depends on is how much do you want to make and what is the true ARV. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll check Privy. So this one says this is a comp. 4 bedrooms, three baths, 2,027 square feet. So this one's a little bit bigger and it sold for 300. Check out this one. All right. Well, there's not much. Oh, you know what's sick? Privy just added the ability to change up your comping. So let's actually change it to 2 miles. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. So 279 is pending, and that's around the square footage. It's around the size of ours as well. Ooh, that's not good for us, is it? What else? 250. Okay. That's let's look. Okay, 325. Let's look at this one. That ain't nice. It's not bad, but it is. I don't think they'll get 325 for this, according to like what we're seeing, because that's not updated. Maybe they got some sick acreage or something. 32,000. Oh, it's probably a giant lot. Maybe that's why. Let's see what our lot is. Let's see levels. Okay, so that one's got a bigger lot than ours. Yeah, I don't know why they're charging so much for that one. Let's see. Do you guys all see what I'm doing? I'm trying to determine like what is the resale value. I think it's 300,000, but let's see. What's this one? 320.
How long has the house been on the market for? The one that you just called?
Let's see. The one that I'm making an offer on?
Yeah. So like if you go to
7 days.
okay, so it's pretty new.
Yeah. If you had the right buyers and I could submit this to the hedge fund, if I got this under contract for 180, she said don't make offers at 180. So what if I did like 181? This is when you start getting into scary territory too, because you're like, I don't know, this is getting pretty tight. So if you go 181, 6-month rehab at 320 ARV, $46,000, they're going to make a 13% return, and you would make, you would still make 15,000, and you could drop it down to 10K. Now you're looking at like, hey, maybe I have a buy. Maybe there's a buyer out there that would take it at 180 if I did it, you know. And this is if you wholesaled the property to your buyer at 191, because you have to get it at 181 in order to make your 10K fee, and you give it to someone at 191. So potentially someone, why don't we give it a shot, brother? Why? It doesn't hurt. Let's make the offer. Let's say, hey, she said, okay, someone's right here saying, I thought she said 170, 180, 190, don't bother. I'm unrepresented. So check this out. When you're unrepresented, usually when someone brings a buyer, there's a 3% commission, right? So we can take that off that cost to the seller. We can take that off on my offer. That might get them to motivate them, because that's going to save them probably like $7,000. Does that make sense, everybody? Let's make the offer. I'll say, hey, look, I don't want to write this up, but I can do 181. Let's text her. Let's freaking do it. We're making offers today, boy. What's her name? I didn't like her attitude, but I also wasn't. She also said to me that she had to go, and I kept talking, so she probably was in the middle of something.
Yeah, bro. It was that triple call, man. It sounded like you caught her on like the treadmill or something.
Say, what you doing, girl? All right. So I'm gonna even send her this spreadsheet. You know what? If you send them the spreadsheet of the numbers that you ran, and it actually is kind of legit. They think it makes you look dope. So I'm gonna put in 181, and I'm gonna put in my medium rehab of what was it, 1950? 1950. I've sent this spreadsheet to agents saying, "Hey, this is my offer. Show it to the seller so they know I ain't trying to rock them. I'm just trying to make some money." And it usually works pretty decently. And this one is the flip evaluation, so it doesn't take into account your wholesale fee, but that's fine. You would just subtract your wholesale fee from what the buyer would make, but you don't have to worry about that. All right, so I'm going to take this spreadsheet. I'm going to say, this is what I going to put in here, drag it in there, text her. I'm going to say, hey, what was her name? Lisa?
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa. Oh, there it is. Oh, give me that. Lisa, this is Nathan Payne. Sorry, I caught you. Gosh, dang it. This thing's in the way. Caught you and at a bad time. I would like to make this offer, make the offer of 181K all cash and close within 14 days. I'm seeing what they'll say. Within 14 days, I am unrepresented, so that would save the seller the 3% of the buyer's commission. They wouldn't have to pay. Would that get the deal done? Can you please make a verbal offer for me? And if they like it, I can get someone to write it up for me, or someone from your brokerage could represent me. They love that, because then they're homies at the brokerage. They hook them up, or someone from your brokerage could represent me. I have included my numbers, so you can see why I'm making this offer. Why? And you can share it with the seller. All right. That's kind of what I would do in that situation. Any questions, guys?
Good, man. I love it.
Yeah, so good to me.
Yeah, just you make offers, and you know what? It doesn't hurt to make what's it called? A creative offer. And I'll show you guys how to do that really quick. So if we look at the property, I'm not familiar if Privy has it potential rents on here. Do they? Let me look.
That's a good question.
It says it does. Let's see. Rent. I don't see it. Let me just take this address. I'll show you how to check it. So what you would do is you would type this in. You would see kind of what the rents are. What I do is I just go to Zillow. 1419. Okay, that's an idea of what the rents would be, and then you can go here to for rent. Oh my gosh, there's quite a bit for rent, dude. Holy.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, and then you can filter to see what the rents are. So you can go here, you can go house. You just want houses. You want anything above a 3.1, and theirs is above anywhere between 1750 and 25. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so this one is 1,900 in the area, but it's cute. The other one we would have to put some money into, so we're not getting 19 unless we put some money into it. This is brand new, brand new. Let's look at the cheaper side. 18. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's that many cheaper than 18, but they're at least nice. So what you do here, everyone, is you would go to you'd run your numbers and you'd say, okay, if I were to purchase this property on terms, so let's go 12, 30 years. Okay, we would buy it at let's see. Let's say we give them 225, right? And you'd say, I'll give you 5%. So that's 1,200 in payments. But if you can rent it out for 1,800, then you're cash flowing. So that's kind of how it works. But most likely this guy's going to be like, hey, nah, you got to bring some money down. And, that would mess the numbers up and all that. So, but that's why if you pay someone their asking price, but you don't have to bring any money down and it's just ready to get rent, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? By the way, go ahead.
So if the seller they require some money down, so we subtract that number from the loan amount, right?
You dang right, Henry. You're a genius. So
Alright.
if the loan amount is what they're financing you, or what you're having to pay off. So if you bring down 25,000, then the loan amount is only 200,000, right? Because you're only making payments on what you still have owed left, right?
Mhm.
My man Taylor loves you, dude. He says, Henry, dang. They love you, Henry.
Thank you, Taylor.
That's right. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, we've gone quite a bit, but I think today was we talked about making creative, showed you how to do it, made one offer. That's why these challenges, Nate, are kind of tough. If you go really in depth with it, it's like, dang, I made one offer in 1 hour. I'm not going to be able to get that many out if I keep talking. So, does anyone have any other questions? I know a lot of people have asked like how they can get this spreadsheet. I don't come on these calls to like pitch our coaching and stuff, but if everybody wants to know, like it's in our club. If you join our community, like you get the spreadsheet, the calculator, and a ton of other stuff. It comes with like not only the calculator, it comes with like every resource you need. I'm just telling you, everything I show you comes with it. Okay. So, any questions, Zishan or Henry, before we wrap up?
I have a question, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
When I log into the account, I do not have permissions to launch a drip campaign, and I just really wanted to do that. And the other thing is, I could not modify the automation workflows and trigger that I want them to be within. If I have to, send a drip campaign to a list of potential sellers.
Yeah. So I actually, I was trying to figure out like how to give you the right permissions, and I actually just gave you permission on specific stuff at the moment. But before you start making drips, would it be specifically for lists that you have for yourself, or would it be for like in general, like drips for like everybody? I'm trying to figure out, because I don't want you to make that will impact everything.
I think it would be only for myself, not in general for all of the team members. No.
Okay. Well, here you go. I'll give you user availability. Just don't blow up the CRM, all right? All right. I'll give you that.
All right.
Don't get.
And Henry, congratulations. Great.
Man, thank you, Jisoo. I got lucky yesterday that the deal went so fast.
Yo, Henry, it ain't luck, bro. I'm telling you, it's massive action. How many offers have you made up until you got to yesterday's deal? How many have you made before that?
Also, every day, so every night I calculate my number, and then the next morning I make around 40 to 50 offer. Yeah.
So it ain't luck, Henry. It
That-
ain't. It
that
ain't luck,
is-
right?
That is the number actually.
Yeah,
This
most
much work we should be doing if we have to get the the real work done.
yeah, most of my cash offer that they got reject right away from the agent. So now I'm learning a new what is it called, seller finance way. So now I'm apply to my offer.
Henry, you said 40 offers. What are you doing? Just texting these people? Because I know you can't call an agent and make you can't talk to 40 agents a day. They don't answer enough of their phones.
Yeah, so I call 2 times an agent, and then if they don't answer that, I text them, hey, is this property available? And then I move on to the next agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you text them your offer or just text them, hey, is this property available?
Yeah, when they text me back, I ask, it is a good time to call you now? And then if they say yes, and then I jump on the call, and then some of the agent they tell me send to send the proof to the email to see if I am legit or not. So, okay, I send you my proof, and then after they receive my proof, and then I send in my cash offer, and then like 10 of the agent they don't answer back, and then some agent they respond right away. My seller they doesn't want that offer. So,
Hey, hey, the process is money.
yeah.
I love it. We got Jay Quavo. He's saying G'd up from the street up. My man Henry. That's right. G'd up from the feet up. I love it. All right, guys. Well, you have a great one. We do this deal finding Friday every Friday, where we call using Privy, we make offers and we get deals. So let's do it. See you guys later.
Later, guys.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Nathan.